don't think there's really one moment that starts a comeback. We have the ability to overcome anything as long as we're surrounded by the right people.
I need a good group of people to trust, to work on my body.
I'll be back and I'll be stronger than ever.
I go, who are you? He goes, I'm the guy that's going to save your life.
Comebacks imply returning to where you once were. I want to go where I've never been.
Why is everything at Qdoba so good? Because we grill it, slice it, smash it, spice it, shred it, flip it, squeeze it, dip it, braise it, melt it, and saute it. Pour it, cook it, eat it, ate it. Roll it, cut it, mix it, roast it, press it, dice it, top it, smoke it, build it, salt it, pit it, scoop it, fresh it, toss it, and we do it in-house every day at Qdoba.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter.
And I'm Jan Rome of the Rome team. Last year, we were able to help our clients 72 times buy or sell their homes, bringing them to their next real estate chapter.
Sometimes people ask us how we do that. We listen closely to all of our clients, of course, whether they're buyers or sellers, so that we know what their goals are. When you're a seller, we partner with you, come to your home, do a marketing analysis, marketing plan, and help you prepare your home for success. Let us know if we can help you.
Soar Hawks!
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Thanks to your support, you've helped make MyPillow become one of the fastest growing companies in America. I'm interrupting this commercial right now. Retailers have canceled MyPillow, and to thank you for your support, I'm going to pass the savings directly on to you. Go to MyPillow.com right now to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. For example, you can get my premium MyPillows, regularly $69.98, now just $29.98, the lowest price ever.
Swagelok of Minnesota, North Dakota, and Appleton are proud supporters of Chaska Hawks football. At Swagelok, our solutions are designed to perform under pressure, just like our Hawks football teams. We congratulate the Chaska Hawks on their 2019 state championship and wish them the best of luck this season.
Schram House overlooks downtown Chaska and Athletic Park with a variety of indoor and outdoor seating with food and drink. Stop by before or after the game. They have an on-site kitchen with pizzas, Bavarian pretzels, and other delicious food. They're also the perfect venue for your next business or family event. That's Schram House in Chaska.
Need a new driveway, sidewalk, or patio? Jensen Decorative Concrete has hundreds of colors and patterns to choose from. Call Jensen Decorative Concrete now through Wednesday and get free stamping with the purchase of a colored concrete project. 952-210-2692.
Opportunities come, right? We're seasoned. We take the opportunities. Work your tails off all summer long. Challenges come up, opportunity, respond. Right? Did it in the summer, did it in the weight room, did it in 2 days, did it in practice. Everything we've asked you to do, you've done. Nothing's going to be given to you tonight. You take it. You got an opportunity to make a tackle, make the tackle. Make the catch. Make a block. Get in the end zone. Right? Tonight, as a team, we go out and we freaking take it. Let's go take it.
Welcome to Chaska Stadium for some Friday night high school football here from the Hawks' Nest. Chaska coming in 2-0, hosting the struggling 0-2 Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights. Ryan Paul, Mike Schmid with you here on week 3 of Minnesota State High School League football play here in the 2021 season. A great crowd on hand here tonight at Chaska High School. Mike Schmid, welcome back to Chaska Stadium. Hawks are looking to go 3-0.
Yeah, they are running. It's great to be back here. It's a beautiful, beautiful Friday night, and I'm looking forward to this game. Hopefully, the Chaska can kind of come in and just take care of business on this 0-2 Red Knight team.
Hawks opened up with a convincing victory in Bloomington, then hosted Chanhassen last week, and quite frankly, it was an ugly game between the two District 1-1-2 foes. Hawks looking to come in tonight. It's going to be the story of how they keep their pace, how they don't get ahead of themselves. This Benilde-St. Margaret's team is struggling. This Chaska team's playing well. The Hawks are really going to have to stay focused tonight.
You know, we talked about it in week 1 where Chaska still has that state crown with no tournament being played last year. And anytime you wear that crown, everyone's coming after it, Ryan. It's something, you know, you're going to get the best from every team that you play. Chaska's established themselves as a powerhouse program recently, and they're going to get everyone's best. So they should expect that from the Red Knights.
Chaska, as we said, 2-0 to coming into tonight's last game was last Friday against Chanhassen right here. Chaska won by a score of 6-2.
Baseball game.
It was. Chaska scored a touchdown on just to open the second quarter. Jack Boyle plunged in from about a yard out, and there was no score for the rest of the game besides the last 30 seconds when Chaska gave up a safety on a botched punt.
Yeah, it was kind of the tale of two halves. Chaska dominated time of possession in the first half, and then in the second half, Chanhassen actually took over, and they were moving the ball well, gaining first downs, you know, eating up quite a bit of clock. And then Chanhassen just got worn down by Chaska's rush offense down the stretch, and Chaska's defense did a good job of holding on to that tight game.
On-site producer is Brett Johnson. Mike Schmid and Ryan Paul with you here from Chaska Stadium on a beautiful 67-degree night. Some pretty severe storms rolled through this morning.
Yeah, my neighbor's trash was all over my lawn when I woke up to go to work this morning.
A lot of lost power throughout the city of Chaska overnight, and couldn't have asked for a better night, though. Not a cloud in the sky, 67 degrees and beautiful as the sun sets to our west here of Chaska Stadium in the beautiful Chaska High School complex. Nevin Krause kicks things off to Benilde, who will defend the north end zone. Number 1, Brady Wine brings it out for the Red Knights. Wine, a quality return up to the 35 before he's finally wrangled down by a slew of Hawks just beyond 35-yard line. So Benilde will open up the game with Jamarius Courtney at quarterback, 25 for 44 through the air so far. That's good for about 56% and 213 yards. Benilde, pretty balanced offense on the run, on the ground and through the air.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, it all started with the junior quarterback. As far as that return goes, Brady Wine, he's played strong safety for the Knights. I expect to hear his name a lot tonight.
Courtney, near side, caught right there by Max Benning, the wide receiver, senior, up to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, one of the things I had circled tonight was Chaska's secondary's tackling. Benilde runs a quick passing offense, very similar to Chanhassen, so we're going to have to keep a lot of these plays in front of us and look for Nolan Kemp, Harbor Miller to come down on the ball and hopefully have a big game.
Courtney passing on second down. We're going to get an interference call here as the wide receiver, Zane Slater, was bumped on the far side.
Yeah, it looks like that
Sur.
was no. Yeah, that was no
Sur
count.
Kemp. Yeah, they're both over there.
Yeah, it looks like no. They're going to get no. I don't agree with this call necessarily, Ryan. I mean, both teams have a right to the ball. But Nolan was just breaking on the ball. They both made an effort to get after it, and there's a collision there, but it wasn't intentional. So I don't know if I really agree with that call right off the bat.
Our Caliber collision replay shows us right at the first down line. There was a bit of contact. The ball would be moved up all the way onto the Chaska side of the field at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, Chaska's going to have to button everything up here. They'll have to have a couple first downs.
Red Knights go 4 wide, hand it off to the backfield to Jimmy Mendel, or check that, it's Luke Frieden, the senior running back. Gets up to the 38-yard line.
You know, Benilde's had to go away from their rushing offense pretty early in both of their games so far this season. There's a pick six early against Spring Lake Park. The first game they got down quickly as well. So, I mean, if they want to stay in this, they're going to have to definitely maintain that running game.
Courtney handing off Ferdine again. Ferdine outside the wide hash mark, get first down and more to the 30. Wrangled down there by Brendan Sur.
Yeah, there's another first down by Ferdine. You know, Ryan, anytime you come off of a big emotional win like there was last week against Chanhassen, it's always, you know, it leaves open the possibility for maybe a hiccup the following week. Chaska's got to start off faster.
Obviously a game that Chaska should and wants to win tonight. Counter once again to Ferdine, who's brought down to the backfield, tackle for loss. Great play made by Christian Rolfe, the 6'2 senior. Loss of 5 and backs Benilde up to the 35.
Yeah, I'd expect Rolfe to get involved a little bit more in this game. He is primarily used as an inside backer as well as a pass rusher on obvious passing downs, but he had a good game last week and he's hoping to build on it this week.
2nd and 15 after the Rolfe TFL. Courtney in the backfield, Benilde goes no huddle. Courtney just hustles in from the sideline, reports the play. Under 10 to go here first quarter. Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network brought to you by Caliber Collision. 2-0 Chaska playing 0-2 Benilde. Quick hitter to the far side to Tyler Zachman. Zachman up to the original line of scrimmage, but no more. Bring up 3rd down and long.
Benilde's going to run a lot of those. We call them, in our system, we call them key routes, which essentially is just a quick comeback route, looking to get a block downfield and maybe create after the catch. Chaska's got such good inside linebackers and outside linebackers that offense is extremely difficult to run against the Hawks. So look for the inside linebackers like Hatfield, who had a huge game against Chanhassen, to have another big one tonight.
3rd and 11, Chaska students on their feet. Quick hitter to the near side now for Zachman. Zachman up to the 30, just shy of the 30. Won't be enough for a first down. Bring up 4th down for Benilde-St. Margaret's, and we'll see what head coach Sean McMenemy wants to do.
Yeah, we watched warm-ups a little bit, and we had the conversation. It doesn't look like their kicker's got the distance from this area. So I'd expect for him to go for it, maybe a pooch punt here.
Elliot Huther, the junior, was the kicker in warm-ups. Hit from right around 33.
And that seemed to be around his max.
That was about all he had. 8:24, 4th down. Benilde lining up to go for it. Jamarius Courtney, the junior quarterback, 4 yards behind his line of scrimmage, will roll out to the left side looking for an option. Good block there by Frieden, and it's hauled in on the far side by Zachman. So Zachman connects on 3 plays in a row, and Benilde moves the chains on 4th down.
Yeah, it's kind of a slow start here for the Hawks, which, like I said, is kind of understandable coming off of that big win last week. They're going to have to pick it up. I talked to a couple of the coaches before the game, a couple of players, and I don't want to say this is a look-ahead game, but it might be looking that way early. So coaching staff's going to have to rein everything in.
Handoff to Frieden up the middle, good for about 4. Chaska last week against Chanhassen allowed 29 carries for 133. Pass defense was pretty solid. Muffenbauer liked to roll out and throw the ball. Only completed 8 passes on 20 attempts, under 100 yards.
Yeah, you'll see a little bit of the same here from Courtney. He's a big-bodied quarterback. He goes about 6'2", 220, 230. He's not extremely fast, but he runs the ball hard.
Didn't see a lot of drives go all the way down the field like we have on the first possession here. Courtney rolling out, back to the line of scrimmage. Falling on it is Zachman. Check that, it's Frieden.
Yeah, this is what I talked about a little bit earlier, is that, the tackling in the secondary is going to have to be crucial, because Benilde really, their entire offense is built off of quick short passes, maybe making one guy miss and getting off to the races.
Hobbs, the receiver on the last play. 7:10 to go here first quarter. Benilde driving on their opening possession. 3rd and 5. Courtney rolling out left side, has an option. Great defensive play on the far side, broken up by the cornerback Miles Myler.
Yep, Myler did a good job there of just keen on his reads, breaking down and getting a good break on the ball there to cause the incompletion that would have moved the chains again for the Red Knights, and now it looks like they're going to have to settle for a field goal.
4th and 5. It'll be about a 27-yarder. Awkward snap, and this ball goes straight back in the line of scrimmage. Loose ball rolling towards the Chaska sideline. It goes out of bounds right at the 26-yard line, and Chaska will take over after the defense holds on the missed field goal.
Looks like it might have been Preston Lorenz or Rada in there to get a hand on that one, but it didn't look like it was going anyways, Ryan. The snap was a little bit low, and like we saw a little bit of struggle in the kicking game in the pregame from Benilde, so big stop there by the Hawks.
Benilde goes all the way down the field and fails to convert on the 26-yard field goal, so Chaska will take over here 1st and 10 from their own 26.
Yeah, Benilde's defense faced off against mostly rushing teams so far, so that'll continue here with the Hawks.
Hawks go offset eye left. Braden Sanders, the senior quarterback in the backfield, hands to his fellow senior captain Boyle on 1st down. Boyle, the big, hard-rushing senior, up to the 30-yard line, and he stopped there. Jack Boyle, 5 touchdowns through 2 games. Mike had 4 in the opener against Jefferson.
He's a stud. I mean, we talked about it last week. Every single time he runs the ball, it's hard-nosed. All of his momentum is moving forward at all times. Once he gets downhill, he's very difficult to stop with one guy, even 2 guys.
Boyle to the left of Sanders on 2nd and 6 after the gain of 4. They'll go back to Boyle on the ground. Boyle finds a big hole through the middle, up close to the chains, and they'll give him the 1st down up to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, there's Boyle again. I mean, his small runs end up being decent-sized runs. I mean, he just pounds out those hard extra yards. One thing I'm looking for the Hawks to do here is maybe get somebody else involved early in this game. Quick passing game. We know Benilde likes to start their corners about 8-9 yards off the line of scrimmage. So look for the Hawks to get them with a couple quick hitters.
Play action rolling out as Sanders giving chase. Max Wendt, ball's thrown to the sideline, and it's incomplete. Sanders looking far side for Andrew Schaefer. Miller was over there as well.
Yeah, just out of Schaefer's reach. Good play call there by the Hawks. They got Sanders on the move, which is where he's most comfortable. He just kind of stepped into it, threw a little bit of an overthrow there. Kind of to be expected. You come out with a little bit of nerves. He's not the same atmosphere as last weekend either, Ryan.
Talked to Chaska Athletic Director John Summer pregame. Estimated there were about close to 6,000 people here last week. Definitely not the same crowd tonight. Still pretty full bleachers here. As a matter of fact, it is full bleachers here on the west side, the Chaska side. Benilde contingent over on the east side.
Yeah, they contained Boyle there. It was Ryan Seaver, the senior captain, middle linebacker. He's one of those guys that kind of pops out on film, even in losing efforts. He's always out there putting in as much work as he can possibly get in.
Hawks
He's kind of their leader.
Hawks go 4 wide with 1 in the backfield. 5:14 to go in the first. Rolling out to the wide side is Sanders. Sanders is going to keep. Sanders has a head of steam up across midfield. Sanders to the 45 before he's finally wrapped up by Max Wendt, but a big play from the Chaska quarterback on the ground.
That was a great decision there by Sanders. He did have Atterbury out in the flat where he probably could have gained that 1st down, but he saw the lane and he went ahead and took it. He's also very dangerous with the ball in his hands. He runs hard, and I mean, for a quarterback to be on there, putting his head down, gaining extra tough yards, it's always a big thing for the team.
Sanders got up across the line of scrimmage and just turned the Jets on. Had a good head of blockers ahead of him, and it's a 1st down for Chaska inside Benilde territory for the first time tonight. Under 5 to go, first half. Miller comes across in motion. They'll give it to him on the jet sweep. Miller gets a good block from Boyle up to the 35-yard line. Carver Miller, a couple yards short of a 1st down, but really good blocking out ahead by Jack Boyle to give Miller a gain of 8.
That was a great job there by Boyle, and Chaska on film, like I said, the Red Knights have shown a 5-2 kind of hybrid, which is very similar to the Hawks defense. Tonight it looks like they're coming out in a 4-4, which I know the coaching staff has said they want to move more horizontal. They want to get some of those misdirection plays going so they can get Boyle going up the middle later on.
Boyle 1 yard behind Sanders. Once again, Miller in motion, comes behind the I formation. Boyle with a head of steam up across the 30 to the 25. Jack Boyle, a hard-fought run of 10 yards, and it's a Chaska Hawks 1st down.
Yeah, every time somebody comes in here to play the Hawks or the Hawks go on the road, I think that it's kind of a shocker for the D-line and the linebackers just how hard Boyle runs compared to other running backs in the league. He's really impressive. As soon as he gets that head of steam, he hits his hole and he just goes.
3:43 left first quarter from Chaska High School. Audible coming to the near side. Jamie Susner barking out the change. Quick hitter far side. Miller with the reception. Blocking out ahead is DeSalt, but a nice defensive play made over there by number 2, Will Fratelloni for Benilde.
Fratelloni was a good-looking player in the warm-ups. He popped out a little bit on film that I watched as well. He's not one of those weak spots on the Red Knights defense. Good job there by Jamie Susner calling that audible, recognizing the fact that in that 4-4, none of the linebackers stretched out, so they got the ball to Miller and got a quick and easy 8.
Carson Atterbury in the game. Near side wide receiver. Miller goes in motion. Chaska goes to the end zone. DeSalt skies up in the air and holds it in. No, they say it's incomplete.
I don't know, Ryan.
Sure looked like a catch from here. We'll see on the Caliber Collision replay. Colin DeSalt went high up in the air. The 6'4 senior elevated. Looked like he brought it in, but it's called incomplete.
Yeah, I'm watching the replay along with you guys at home here. I just want to see if he maybe got a foot in. That was a heck of a play. It looked like he did. That was a heck of a play by DeSalt there.
Great ball put on by Sanders. Get another look at it here on the Caliber Collision replay. It sure looked like he got it in, but back judge says no. So Chaska will have to try again on 3rd and short. They'll give it to Boyle. Boyle lowers the helmet up to the 15-yard line. It'll be close to the first down. They're going to say he's short, though.
Yep, and if they didn't get it, I would expect to see that Wildcat here. Yep, and here it comes.
Heavy formation in for Chaska. Boyle's coming out, though. But Chaska will bring in the meat. 4th and a couple flecks of turf.
It looks like they're going to give Boyle a breather here. You got Reese Turner as an up back, as well as Parker LeVar.
Sanders plunging ahead the first down and more. So Chaska, after a questionable call in the corner of the end zone and not given the benefit of the doubt on the 3rd and short, Sanders comes through and moves the chains for the Hawks.
Good job there by the coaching staff, recognizing when you can maybe take Boyle out of the game, getting him a breather. He's going to end up getting 20 to 25 touches tonight minimum. So anytime you can get him a little breath, you just go out there, trust your senior quarterback and Saunders to go get a hard 5-yard.
Reese Turner in the backfield, split right of Sanders. They go to Boyle, but an awesome defensive play made in the backfield. Daniel Porish, the two-way lineman.
Yep, Porish, senior captain, somebody that we highlighted before the game. We recognize that he's one of those guys. He's going to have to be a game wrecker if the Red Knights want to stay close. Great job here by the Hawks, though, in answering the opening long drive by the Red Knights with one of their own. Hopefully you can end in 6.
Loss of a couple on the play. One of the rare moments that Jack Boyle's lost yards in a rush attempt. DeSalt split out wide. They'll try for him once again in the corner. DeSalt skies just over his head, though. So it'll bring up 3rd down. Chaska really working on the far side there. Will Fratelloni matching up against Colin DeSalt.
I like that play call. I would maybe go on the opposite side of Fratelloni, though. Like I said, he showed me a little bit on film. He's got a little bit of that swagger to him that you want out of your D-backs, so maybe attempting something similar on the other side. That would be up against number 11. Steffens, who, is also a junior. But he hasn't popped quite on film quite like Fratelloni.
Atterbury in motion. Sanders forced to roll back on the blitz. Finds a dump for Boyle. Boyle towards the goal line. He's blocked out of bounds, though, just shy of the 2-yard line. Nice play by Braden Sanders as he was being chased down by 3 Benilde-St. Margaret's rushers.
It looks like we did earn the first down there. Great play call, recognizing the fact that we might get a jailbreak blitz.
It's close. They originally marked first down. They do.
And they do, yep.
The down box says first down. We play on. And
Sanders is, I thought
Sanders
he was
marked short. Was close. Chaska thinks he's in. And they give Chaska the first down on the play. I don't think anybody knew what down it was there, quite frankly.
I'm pretty sure it was first down. Now it's 2nd.
Chaska going hurry up here inside of the 10-yard line. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Sanders with the tight package in. Sanders up ahead. Pulled backwards Seaver.
Tackled down by number 10, Ryan Seaver.
With a nice defensive play to wrap him up backwards and
It's 3rd goal.
pull him back.
Yep, Boyle's coming back in here. It looks like they're going away from that heavy offense. A rare mistake by Erickson in the booth where they call it a first down.
Second-year Chaska PA announcer Greg Erickson on the mic in the stadium tonight. Chaska content to let the clock run out here on their own on the Benilde 1 yard line rather, with 3rd and goal. So after 1 quarter, both teams get a chance. Both teams drive down to the red zone. No score yet, though, after 12 minutes. It gives us a chance to thank the Crooked Pint Craft Beer Bar. They offer a complete menu for lunch and dinner. Don't miss our weekend brunch and kids meals. We feature the best Lutzi's, pub pot pies, jumbo tater tots, and pub tacos. Located in the Chaska Curling and Event Center, the Crooked Pint Ale House is the perfect restaurant for a night out with friends, family, or for your team after a big win. Don't forget to wear your Hawks gear on game day and save 10%. The Hawks would also like to thank Mike Boyle and his great team at Unrestricted Marketing. Whether it's developing a brand strategy, creating digital content, or designing and managing promotional apparel, Unrestricted Marketing will deliver an unparalleled, unabashed, and unbelievable experience. Go to www.unrestrictedmktg.com to learn more. Finally, I'd like to thank Caliber Collision, the folks at Caliber Collision located at 1324 Crystal Lane in Chaska. Their support of Hawks football. With 32 metro locations, Caliber Collision is there to handle any of your collision repair needs and to restore the rhythm of your life. Visit calibercollision.com for a full menu of services and locations. So, Mike, 12 minutes of football played, both teams with promising opening drives. Chaska still with a chance here on their 1 yard line, 3rd down.
Yeah, this is 2-down territory for the Hawks, absolutely. They've been so good in their power offense that I would expect to, it's worth 2 shots up the middle instead of settling for a field goal, specifically when you're on that far hash and you've got a sophomore kicker who is at about 50% so far this year. So look for the Hawks to just try to punch this one in.
Chaska moving north to south now, handing off Boyle, and Boyle's across the play, and it's a Chaska touchdown.
Yep, that was just a Chaska drive. They salted it away. They gained yards on the ground with their quarterback. They gained yards on the ground using their slot wide receivers, getting Carver Miller involved, attempting a couple deep balls, which is good to see. It'll open up those quick passing game in the future, and then they come away with 6. It was overall a great drive and a good quarter for the Hawks.
Nevin Krause, the sophomore, in to kick the extra point, and we get a false start on the left side, so Krause's going to have to back up 5 yards. The sophomore last week 0 for 1 on the field goals, 0 for 1 on extra points. Both had botched snaps/holds. 2 weeks ago, and Chan was 3 for 5 on extra points. So Krause, one of the only sophomores on the roster for Chaska here.
Yeah, Nevin is the only sophomore on the roster right now for the Hawks. He was somebody that I had the pleasure of coaching last year. He was our best player on offense, our best player on defense, and clearly can do it in special teams.
The elongated extra point is blocked, and it flutters just wide. Coming off the edge was number 22, Luke Frieden, to block the extra point attempt, so Chaska held to just 6 points on the opening drive.
Kind of a frustrating finish to that drive, Ryan. Anytime you have a younger kicker who's had some struggles, specifically with the snap exchange and everything like that, it's really difficult. You put them in a spot where they've got to kick at 5 extra yards. It's just one of those penalties that the coaching staff hates.
So Chaska scores on their opening possession after forcing Benilde to go all the way down the field and miss out on any points. Just underway in the second quarter from Chaska High School. Ryan, Paul, Mike Schmid with you if you're just tuning in. Both teams had 1 possession each in the first quarter. Chaska just finished off their opening rush with a 6-point touchdown from Jack Boyle from the 1 yard line. The extra point was blocked, though, so that's where we sit 6-0. For more than 60 years and 3 generations, the Codman family has given your family the highest quality orthodontic care. At Codman Orthodontics, you're not just getting a new smile, you're joining our family. Call today for a free consultation or visit one of our offices in Plymouth, Maple Grove, Orono, or Chaska. That's Codman Orthodontics. 4 seconds into the second period of play, Krause will pooch it to the near side here, and it's hauled in by number 21, Antonio Froden Jr. No, check that. It was number 27, Joey Murrin.
Yep, and he paid the price for it as well.
He got lit up.
Yeah, anytime you play the Hawks, if I'm the opposing coach, I'm letting everybody know in my upline that a fair catch is not a bad thing. You know, we saw last year with Nick Snugger, so often he was an absolute weapon as a kicker because he could just get that pooch punt wherever he wanted it. Chaska turned that into several turnovers. Looking to do the same here with Krause.
To the near side here.
On the sidelines, they're letting him know. Wave that hand in the air.
Right at the 40-yard line, it was Spielberger who made the tackle for Chaska. Rushing to the far side, Max Hero brought down for a big loss.
That's Sewer?
Sewer,
no, it was
Bovey.
Yeah, Bovey.
Bovey, the big play in the backfield. Bovey had an impressive opening week, and Jefferson with 9 tackles, a pick, and 2 sacks, had 5 tackles last week against Chanhassen.
It was a little bit quieter game for Bovey, but that was just based off of what the offense was showing. Expect him to maybe get after the quarterback a little bit more. They do like to run that RPO here with Benilde.
2nd and 15. Courtney looks to throw deep. Courtney has an option over the middle. That's Frieden. That's actually Benning. Benning had the ball broken away from him, though. A nice knockdown by Carver Miller on the Chaska 30-yard line.
There's a little bit of a hand battle there, but definitely not enough for a pass interference. I can tell you right now that the coaching staff feels so comfortable with Carver Miller on the at corner and Nono Kemp at corner. 2 great baseball players, 2 great athletes. They both will go both ways in certain situations. And having 2 corners out there that are veteran seniors that you trust is so crucial for the coaching staff.
3rd and long, 3rd and 16 to be exact. 11-11 to go in the first half. Courtney takes a snap in the shotgun, forced to step up in the pocket, looks over the middle, finds Benning, but he dropped it. Benning had it right in the breadbasket at the 43-yard line, but couldn't haul it in. Would have made things much more manageable on 4th down for Benilde, but imagine we'll see a punt here on 4th and 16.
Yeah, they got a punt now. It was a good effort. Benning had it. He just took his eye off the ball, trying to work for that first down. I think Bovey would have been there to shut him down, but good job there by the Hawks getting off the field quick, letting that offense go back to work.
So Benilde will punt here on 4th and 16. High snap. Punt is pushed away by Elliott Huther. Carver Miller takes the bobble up to the 50-yard line. Nice return for the Chaska senior.
Good return there by Carver. It looks like we're going to get a penalty here on the Hawks.
Laundry on the field, though.
Yeah, they might call it a crackback, although it wasn't very violent. They could maybe give him a block in the back call here. It seemed like it was one of those that was right on the line.
I saw it in real time. It looked like a pretty good block.
Yeah, it was more shoulder to shoulder than anything, Ryan. It definitely wasn't malicious, and they do have that crackback block rule. So
they pick up the flag, actually.
And that was
I'd agree.
Yes, that was a good job there by the refs coming in, having the discussion. It was thrown by the far side ref, who definitely wasn't the closest to the play, so it was a good job by the crew tonight.
Just under 11 to play here on the Cottoman Orthodontics Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Ryan, Paul, Mike Schmid with you here. Brett Johnson at the controls tonight from Chaska Stadium on a picture-perfect evening from the Southwest Metropolitan Minneapolis suburbs.
Ryan, if we keep getting this look for a lot of quick bubble screens to the slot wide receivers here.
Sanders takes the shotgun snap, just missed. DeSalt, though, was a couple yards outside of the 6'4" frame of Colin DeSalt.
Yeah, DeSalt kind of slipped at the apex of his route there. Good job by Saunders of missing the right spot. Anytime you have a wide receiver go down a little bit like that, you get a little nervous. And again, they were testing Fratelloni.
Handoff, Boyle, no, that's Sanders who keeps it. Sanders on the triple option gets up across midfield and up to the 43-yard line. So some trickery from Chaska there on second down, and it brings up 3rd and short.
Something that I've noticed that has improved so much since last year is getting a good long read by Saunders. I mean, he puts the ball in the pocket of Boyle, and he makes that nice read off the defensive end, and, he can get upfield and run. We've seen it already.
3rd and 2. The long 2, handoff, Boyle up the middle, 1st down and more. Boyle to the 35, blows through a couple Benilde tacklers up to the 32-yard line, and it's a Chaska Hawks first down.
Yeah, those quick hitters. I mean, like I said, getting number 11 going downhill it's difficult for any defense to stop. Any safety to come on one-on-one is not easy for them. They're going to have to gang tackle. Good job by the offensive line there by creating that hole for Boyle on the 3rd and short. Big job there by they're down Caleb Rector right now, so great job by the O-line.
I mean, Luke Frieden is not an undersized kid at middle linebacker there for Benilde, and he got blown through by Boyle. They'll give it to the senior once again here on first down. Boyle across the 30-yard line to the 26, where he's brought down by a slew of Benilde Red Knights, notably Will Fratelloni in on the tackle once again.
Yep, and it looks like Reese Turner's coming in to check in for Boyle, giving him a quick breather. Good job of the coaching staff rotating him in and out.
2nd down and 2, ball spotted on the Red Knight 25-yard line.
9:35 to go. Only score of the game was a 1-yard Boyle touchdown plunge. Extra point was blocked for Chaska. Driving once again here, though, on their 2nd possession of the game. Sanders from the gun. Hands off. Reese Turner. Turner his first carry of the night. Turner's on the 2nd effort. Gets across the 22-yard line. It'll be close to a first down.
It looked like he earned it.
Signaling for first down, indeed.
That was just a good, hard 2-yard run by Reese Turner. Like I mean, we did mention previously in the Chan game, he's going to be a name that you might not hear a ton this year because he's doing a lot of up-back work, blocking work. But next year, Turner is going to be the main guy. He's going to kind of take over for Boyle. He's definitely capable. So working him in early is a really good idea by the Chaska Hawk coaching staff.
Reese Turner, the 5'11 junior, weighing in just at around 190. In the backfield once again as Boyle takes a breather. Turner once again up to the 17-yard line. Hit hard there by Ryan Seaver, but Reese Turner promising here on his first 2 carries.
Yeah, there's Reese again up the middle. Like I said, he definitely is capable. I'd say on almost any other team in the conference, he's a starting running back, and he's getting a lot of looks. We have the luxury of having Jack Boyle, so he gets work at running back. He also does a lot as an edge rusher on 3rd down. Encroachment on 14, it looks like.
It is a offsides call against Benilde-St. Margaret's. Mason Baldwin, the senior, jumped across, and it'll be close to a Chaska first down. It was 4th and 4 on the scoreboard, but it looks like it was a very long 4. That'll be enough to move the chains on the penalty, though.
Yeah, that was, I mean, any mistake you make it against a team as good as the Hawks is going to be, it's going to be disheartening. It's going to be devastating because, the job's tough enough without that. So I'm sure that's something that the coaching staff's going to have to touch on with the defense as soon as this gets done. Luckily, it was only a 5-yard mistake for Benilde.
Under 8 to go here in the first half from Chaska Stadium. In motion is Atterbury. The handoff goes to Turner, however. Turner works up ahead for a gain of a couple. We'll bring up 2nd down. Benilde will bring in some beef on the front line.
Yep, this is a valuable break for Boyle right now. Getting Turner those carries, I know it wasn't too much there, but he's gone for 5 and 6 in his 2 previous carries prior to that. Look for maybe a little bit of a motion up the middle here with Turner and bounce it outside with Saunders, maybe get 6.
Obviously a game where you hope you don't have to resort to Jack Boyle. Sanders through the air to the end zone. Carver Miller hauls it in, and it's a Chaska touchdown.
Good job there by Saunders. Good hard fake, getting the linebackers to bite, and Carver Miller's there. He's right at the goal line, and he gets his 6. Super happy for Carver. He had a great game last week on Cancer Night. I mean, if you've been paying attention to the program, you know everything that went on with his mother, Heather. So I'm super happy for Carver. I was on the field before the game, and I said, go get it tonight, Carver. You seem pretty fired up.
He went and got it on that one. Great ball put on by Sanders. And right at the goal line, Carver Miller brought it in, and it's 6 points for Chaska. Krause in for the extra point. It's blocked once again off the right side, but this one finds its way through the uprights, so Chaska gets away on a 2nd blocked extra point from the near side. This one good, though, and it's 13-0 Hawks on Benilde.
Yep, that was off the edge again. I believe it was Frieden again. Yeah, that's going to have to be a point of emphasis for Chaska as they continue on in this season. You can't continue to lose out on those gimme points. It's kind of a concern point for me right now, but maybe it might just be the motion. You know, Nevin's obviously brand new to this, a sophomore kicker. You might just have him hurry it up a little bit. The snap was good there. Everything looked right. So them getting around the edge and getting another finger on it's not easy, or not a good thing for the Hawks.
Some great looks here on our Codman Orthodontics replay of the Carver-Miller touchdown reception. Sanders' first touchdown pass of the year. First touchdown through the air for Chaska this year. And it puts him up by 2 scores.
Did Sanders have a passing touchdown last year? He might have had one. Otherwise, I think that might have been his first career passing touchdown.
Had 4 touchdown passes last year. Yep. 231 through the air on yards last year. He saw some significant time with Matthew Paul injured, so Sanders not exactly new to the varsity field. Obviously for everybody this year though, no crowd last year. This is a completely different feel here on Friday nights.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, we saw the effect it had last week with the adrenaline and all the cramps and everything that took place.
Once again, a pooch kick to the near side. Great ball put on by Krause right at the sideline. Luckily for Benilde-St. Margaret, Max Wendt was there to haul it in. Otherwise, that one plopped right on the sideline and could have stayed in bounds.
That was Snuggie-esque. That was perfect placement there by the sophomore. And Chaska had a good opportunity. If Benilde doesn't fall on that one, I mean, that's Hawks ball on the 32 of the Red Knights. It'll be interesting to see here what Benilde does on offense. We've seen a lot of rushing. They haven't gained too much after that first drive. Obviously, they've kind of struggled in their second. Chaska settled down a little bit. I expect them to open up a little bit more, and here they do.
Courtney going to the far side for Tyler Zachman, the senior. Under 7 to go here. As the sweet aroma of popcorn.
Yes.
Fumes down from the concession stand here.
It smells like high school football, right?
It does, and it's a great feeling to be back out here with all the crowd in attendance. Chaska students, the neon theme tonight. Great showing once again from Chaska. It was awesome to see the nearly 6,000 people here last week for the Chaska-Chan game. Full crowds in attendance as this ball's put on the carpet. Chaska's going to get the football.
Yep, Miles Mueller caused that fumble, put his helmet right on that ball, and it was recovered by Hatfield. Hatfield's one of those guys, he has a nose for the ball. He always seems to be in the right spot at the right time, and they took advantage of it there.
Max Hobbs was the one who coughed it up, and Max Hatfield given credit for the takeaway for Chaska. What a play made by Chaska's defense. Miles Myler also involved.
Yeah, Myler got in there. Like I said, he put his helmet right on the ball. It was also Bovey as well.
Sewer. I think it was Sewer. Was it number 6?
Yep. It was 6.
Great look provided by Brett Johnson and Todd Grover here on the production tonight. Is that right, Todd Grover here? Yes, it is.
This is a dagger opportunity for the Hawks offense. Look for him to maybe go big here.
Sanders keeps on the jet sweep option up to the 30-yard line, gain of 4. So Chaska, like you said, Mike, up 13, driving here after the turnover. Hawks defense forces the 3rd turnover of the season. And Chaska with a chance to go up by 3 scores here in the first half.
They've been so effective on the ground that it's really difficult to go away from it. I think that there is opportunity for the quick passing game here as they spread everybody out. But, if Benilde keeps going single high safety, anything that breaks through that initial line is going to be trouble for them.
Atterbury in motion. Sanders being chased down to the sideline. DeSalt was out of bounds when he brought it in.
It looked like most of his body ended up in play, but their left foot might have snuck out of play. I think that, that one wasn't as close as in the end zone. Let's just say that.
So 3rd and 6 for Chaska here as we get another look. Sanders rolling out after being chased. Yeah, it does look like DeSalt was out of bounds. Oh, the ball hit the ground anyway.
Mm-hmm.
5:44 on the clock. Handoff to, no, it's Sanders who keeps it. Sanders has some wide open space ahead of him. Now he tosses it back to Miller. The downfield toss. Carver Miller takes from Sanders about 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, and Chaska gets an extra 10 yards out of the trickery.
Yeah, that was a great job. You know, you don't necessarily coach that up. When you're 10 yards, 12 yards downfield, that guarantees, and specifically like the defensive coaching staff, so just eat that. Let's get the first down. Just eat that. Let's get the first down. But it was a good job by the senior there, recognizing that they had an opportunity for 8 to 10 more, and they went out and got it.
These are two guys that have been playing together for a while, Sanders and Miller. Miller with the great awareness to be there just behind Sanders, take the lateral, and gain an extra close to 10 yards, brings Chaska inside the 10-yard line. Nash, the ball carrier here, plows up ahead to the 5-yard line. Aaron Nash, the senior, 5'8", 195. First time we've seen him run the ball this year.
Yeah, he is one of those guys that he's 5'8", 5'9", 195, and there isn't a bad pound on that body. He is built. He's one of those, another guy. He's kind of built like a bowling ball. He loves going downhill. You know, he's not going to do too much vertical or horizontally for you, but when you need 2-3 hard-earned yards, he can go and get them.
Under 5 to go here. Chaska trying to put the first half dagger on Benilde. Nash once again takes the handoff from Sanders. He plows ahead up towards the 6-yard line. And it'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, that was kind of just a let's see what they got situation. Chaska's probably thinking 4-down territory. I know that I would be if I was the coaching staff, just knowing how effective they can be in short yardage. So we'll see what type of play call. This play call will dictate whether they're going forward on 4th or not.
Nash still in the game, just off Sanders' left side. Handoff up the A-gap. Nash towards the goal line. He's going to be just short, but 3 quality runs from the senior Aaron Nash here on Chaska's 3rd possession.
Yep, here comes the heavy-set offense. Look for that direct snap to Boyle and look for him to finish it off. We've seen how good that is from a yard out. Even without Caleb Rector in the lineup, it's going to be, you know, this is one of those situations where the Hawks are so effective that there's just not much the other team can do.
Boyle takes the reins here as the heavy set comes in. This is nothing new for Chaska. 4th and goal from the 1. Boyle about 4 yards deep, easily reaches the goal line, and it's yet another Chaska touchdown.
Good job there by the Hawks. They just went out after the turnover caused by Mueller. They just went out and basically enforced their will. You know, they got it from Sanders, they got it from Carver Miller, they got it from Boyle, and Nash got involved as well. That's something that we haven't necessarily seen so far this year is a balanced drive with multiple guys involved. Mostly it's been the Boyle show, so good job there by the Hawks.
Boyle's 7th touchdown in 3 games, 2nd of the night. Makes it 19-0 Chaska. Hawks will go for 2 to try to be back up by 3 full scores.
Yep, I'm almost surprised they didn't come out in the heavy set again.
Miller slips in the backfield in motion, and this one's incomplete. Benilde sniffed it out well. Carver Miller was in motion going towards the wide side, and the ball was thrown just towards his knees, but Chaska scores again. 19-0 the tally here late in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, so, I mean, 19 unanswered, and what is it, 9 minutes? Not even 9 minutes. Great job by the Hawks after the fairly slow start after Benilde came out with that long drive. It was kind of, I believe, a wake-up call that was necessary, and Chaska's responded extremely well.
Chaska defense forced the fumble, putting the Hawks in great field position to score their 3rd touchdown of the night. Jack Boyle, once again, his 7th score of the season on the ground, and 2nd tonight. The Chaska star-studded running back sure has shown what he can do here through 3 games.
This will be interesting to see what we get on the kickoff now that the Red Knights have seen that. They've seen that pooch twice. Typically what happens is Chaska will come out, and Evan Krause, the kicker, will take a peek towards the sidelines, and the coaching staff will let them know where they want it. Yep, and there's the signal. Looks like he's going to send this one deep.
Benilde switched up the personnel on the side of the field. Chaska had pooched it to the near side. Nicholas Kalb is on the near side now. Fair catch here, hauled in by Andrew Wolfson, the senior, right around the 30-yard line. And Benilde will take over 1st and 10 inside their own territory.
Yeah, I mean, there's the coaching. You know, anything in the front two lines, throw that hand up in the air. I mean, Chaska does a good job, though. They get it all the way down to the 28, even on the pooch. They're fine with that. They're comfortable with how their defense is playing, so it was a good job of the Hawks again.
Benilde going 4 wide once again. Courtney, the quarterback, handing off here to Frieden.
Yep, Frieden's going to fall ahead for 4. Good job by Benilde in sticking with this running game. It'll be interesting to see how long they can keep doing this without trying to open things up a little bit. We've seen maybe one deep shot. We've seen them have a little bit of success in the short passing game, but ever since that opening drive, they haven't really gone anywhere.
Under 3 to go, first half. Benilde spreads it out once again. Screen pass held off over the middle. Here's Frieden. Frieden hauls it in, and Frieden's loose. Frieden to the 40, Frieden to the 30. It's a foot chase. And he's finally tripped up at the 10-yard line. Excellent play by Caden Rector.
Yeah, Caden Rector there with just a hustle play. Little bit of a broken tackle situation with the secondary, like we talked about. You got to be sure tackling anytime anyone's utilizing that short passing game, and a great job there by the quarterback for Benilde to extend that play a little bit because Chaska brought 7 rushers.
Nolan Kemp was right on Benning. It actually was Benning who made the long reception. Kemp was right on him, just a little late on the hit. And Benning got loose. Down to the Chaska 10-yard line. This one's dropped by Hobbs. Officials say it hit the carpet. So it'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 10.
Yeah, Courtney's throw was a little bit low there. Not much Hobbs would have been able to do with it, even if they did complete it. It might have been a yard or 2. Pass seemed just a little bit rushed after Courtney took a pretty big shot after that big gain.
Benilde's taken 2 significant losses so far this year, 28-16 in week 1 to Irondale, and then last week getting blown out 47-7 against Spring Lake Park. Looking to put up some points on the board here in the first half against the number 5 team in Class 5A. And Jamarius Courtney breaks through for a touchdown. Chaska had a bunch of would-be tacklers that couldn't bring him down. Jamarius Courtney scores for Benilde-St. Margaret's, and the Red Knights are on the board.
Yeah, it was a good job there by Courtney. I mentioned that he's not the most fleet of foot. And I said that in the opening drive, but he is a big quarterback who would probably be playing line anywhere else, but he's got that talent level, and he's definitely a big-time prospect if he can keep that rolling.
Slipped right through the hands of Rolf and Sewer and just sprung ahead for the score. Elliot Huther, the junior, in for the point after, and this is a high snap. Huther is forced to fall on it. So special teams a struggle for both teams so far tonight. The score remains 19-6 after the Jamarius Courtney touchdown run. The junior gets Benilde-St. Margaret's on the board, and it gives us a chance to thank Lularoe. BU by Allison, Lularoe shop in downtown Chaska. Located at 113 East 2nd Street, this locally owned boutique has something for everyone in women's fashion and accessories. From denim, sweaters, hoodies, leggings, and more, stop by to see the latest fall trends. Contact Allison to make an appointment or visit the shop during their next open hours. You can also find the Lularoe shop on their website at bubyallison.com. Also want to give a shout out to Five Guys and Ryan DeSalt and the team over at Five Guys, located nearest at Flying Cloud Drive and Eden Prairie Drive in Eden Prairie. Five Guys provides their great handcrafted burgers and fries to help feed our Hawks during the football season, and we know they really love that. Next time you're hungry, stop in to Five Guys. 2:19 to go here, first half. Benilde-St. Margaret's gets on the board by the Jamarius Courtney touchdown scramble. Back deep for the Hawks is DeSalt and Miller. As night falls upon us here at Chaska Stadium, the temperature has dropped significantly since kickoff.
Wish I'd have brought my sweatshirt.
I put mine on.
The front line here for the Hawks has to be aware, know the situation. Benilde knows that they're going up against a heavy favorite, down by 13 early. they might try to get creative.
Huther kicks it to the far side, straight out of bounds though. So this will be a penalty coming up on the Benilde-St. Margaret special teams unit, and Chaska will take the ball at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, it shows how difficult that pooch kick is that Chaska's been able to execute for the last 4 years. It's not easy to keep that ball in play, put it down the sideline somewhere where you can run and get it.
2:19 to go here. Chaska next week will travel for the second time this season to Waconia. That'll be a fun one, Mike. Waconia, always a quality football team, and you really never know what you're going to get when you head over to the western side of Carver County.
Yeah, their program's kind of up and down, but they always seem to play us extremely tough, Ryan. Usually it's kind of a little later on in the year, and it's just a good battle. But this year it should be more the same. Waconia's coaching staff's got a lot of Chaska roots. Coach Bailey over there in Waconia, he coached here. He was my offensive coordinator when I was playing.
Confusion on the field right now. I think there was a discussion as to whether or not Chaska would take the penalty, take the yardage, how that would work. So officials are discussing here.
40 here, but
and they're now going to put it at the 37-yard line. Resident MSHSL official James Perrone is in the press box below us running the timer tonight. We'll have to chat with him at halftime about what's going on down in the field. Miller will go in motion right to left. Handoff to Boyle here on first down. He is brought down after a gain of just a hard-fought couple of yards, though, up to the 40-yard line. Jack Boyle back in on this possession. Chaska's going to go hurry up.
Yeah, knowing the coaching staff like I do, I would expect them to maybe start off going a little bit slower here, and then if they get that first down, that's when they might step on the gas. They still do have all 3 timeouts.
Hawks go 4 wide. Sanders rolls out near side. Sanders going to keep it himself, and he'll sprint out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Gain of about 6 yards for the Chaska senior quarterback. He's shown us what he can do with his legs tonight. A couple of big rushes from number 2 in purple.
He's a good athlete, and he's got great size. He might only be 5'11", but he's 190, and it's a good 190. He gets downhill just like our running backs do. There isn't a guy on this team that really runs soft. Everyone likes to lower their helmet. They've all got a little bit of wiggle, but most of their game is just getting downhill and running over the opponent.
Sanders' name runs deep in Chaska. Peyton was obviously a star player here for Chaska not too long ago. His sister Kennedy is a all-star on the Chaska girls basketball team, state champion Chaska girls basketball team. Boyle up ahead across midfield and more to the 35. Wow, what a rush from Jack Boyle to push Chaska into Benilde territory.
Yep, and there's Boyle again being smart, rushing the ball over to the refs, giving the Chaska Hawks as much opportunity as possible here with 1:36 left in the half.
Sean McMenemy disappointed with something on the far sideline with the line judge as Chaska forces up ahead into Benilde territory to the 35-yard line. Timeout on the field. Chaska wants to talk things over. Brian Dahl and Jamie Susner will go meet with the Chaska Hawks to discuss the last minute and 25 of this first half of football from Chaska High School. Once again, appreciate you tuning in. Ryan, Paul, Mike Schmid with you here. Brett Johnson and Todd Grover on the controls tonight. Want to thank them for coming out all season long on Chaska football. Here's another great look at that Jack Boyle sprint.
Yep, and look at Carver Miller helping him along on gaining that extra 3 or 4 yards. That's just a good teamwork there. I mean, that's something that every yard that Boyle earns, they know is harder. So he's going to go, his teammates are going to go out and fight for him and help him out. Good job there by the Hawks. They got 1:25 now to get that 35 yards and take a big lead in the halftime.
First time out of the game comes at 7:50 local time, a relatively quick first half. Let's see what the temperature is now, Mike. 62, so we've dropped about 7 degrees here in 50 minutes.
I might have to take the sprint out to my car to go get my
Definitely
my coat.
Starting to feel it a little bit. No, I hate to say that because God knows in 3 weeks when we're back here for
if this was March, we'd be happy.
The St.
We'd
Louis
be in shorts.
Well, yeah, we got lucky here. The first 2 weeks are at home. These 2 games are early in the season is what I'm trying to say.
It's life on top of the booth instead of in it, Ryan.
We were spoiled last year inside. Got used to that. The space heater inside the press box. Obviously, the Chaska coach is taking back their perch this year. That was we got to be inside due to COVID protocols in the state high school league, Chaska coaches couldn't be inside.
Yeah, here with this setup, I would expect maybe a quick hitch to Carver Miller, let an Atterbury block and Dussault block. They're both pretty strong kids. Dussault's obviously got great size. Otherwise, keep an eye on 21 Schaefer on the bottom half of your screen. He might be able to hit him with a seam route on the backside.
Whistle from the Chaska sideline once again, and they take another timeout.
That's kind of rough. They could have called their initial timeout at 1:35.
It might not actually be a timeout.
Yeah, I was going to say, that doesn't seem right.
Brian Dahl now rescinding the timeout. I believe there was a question with the clock, and that's what Dahl was trying to convey. So Benilde will have to break the huddle here.
They called the timeout at 1:25. When they got out of the timeout, there was 1:23 left on the clock. I think Coach Dahl just was signaling, trying to get the attention of the referees just to get those extra 2 seconds. I don't think they initially wanted to call the timeout, but there was a little bit of confusion on the field.
It came late in the set, that's for sure.
It definitely did. They could have called it at 1:35.
So 1:25 left here in the first half. Sanders takes the snap. Rolling out to his left. Sanders scrambling, gets the ball away and just throws it out of bounds. Carver Miller is in the area, but Sanders was just lofting that one away. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Smart job there by Sanders, recognizing the fact that he didn't have much downfield. Atterbury and Dussault both ran the grenade routes, as we like to call them, which are essentially flies. He did have Carver Miller on the out, but it was well covered, so it was just a nice decision there by number 2, the senior.
Very nice crowd on hand tonight here from Chaska High School. Students filling up close to 2 sessions down there.
It really is a great turnout. I'm so happy to have everyone back, especially the kids. It was just lacking last year a little bit, and
completely lacking. Yeah, we were some of the few that got to experience football live here in the stadium. Sanders throws this one out of bounds once again, and it'll bring up 3rd down. He had a receiver in the area, so no grounding, and he was out of the pocket. Actually, I don't know if that even matters in high school. I know we discussed this last year.
I honestly couldn't tell you. I should probably know. I'm sure that in a ninth grade game or two, and I'm on the sidelines coaching, I'll be screaming for intentional grounding, not knowing the rules.
1:10 to go here. First half, Chaska with a 19-6 lead. Jack Boyle 2 touchdowns. Hawks went through the air for their first score of the year. Sanders to Miller. Sanders keeps on the jet sweep option. Sanders up across the 30 to the 27.
Yep, now we have an interesting decision here for the Chaska coaching staff. Benilde not electing to take a timeout, maybe assuming that Chaska might be going for it. We'll see what we've got here. It's a long 4.5. Chaska content with taking their time, running it down. They still do have 2 timeouts if they are able to convert here. They should have plenty of time to maybe punch something in.
34 and ticking. Chaska in no hurry here.
Yeah,
12 seconds on the play clock.
And Dahl's going to call a timeout.
And Dahl will call a timeout. With 26 left in the first half, a haze has fallen over the Hawks Nest Stadium here at Chaska High School.
It's kind of interesting to look at here. Definitely a low clouds rolling in.
It was a perfect night after we talked about those storms earlier today that were pretty significant. Actually, they were more overnight. Couldn't have asked for a better Friday afternoon here, though, and into the evening for some Chaska Hawks football. Next week, as we mentioned, the Hawks will go to Waconia. What is now a Metro West Conference matchup. Waconia now a member of the Metro West. They'll then host Cretin-Durham Hall, who's playing at PCO Stadium tonight against St. Thomas Academy. That's going to be a fun one out at the Vikings practice facility. Then Chaska goes to Orono for what once again is a new Metro West Conference matchup. Then traveling to Armstrong on the 15th before hosting St. Louis Park to round out the regular season on MEA Wednesday right back here at Chaska Stadium. 26 seconds left in the first half. 4th and 4. Sanders to Boyle. Boyle sidestep. Boyle to the 20, and he's tripped up. But it's Chaska Hawks first down with 19 seconds left.
Yep, good job there by gaining the first down. There's another timeout by Brian Dahl. Chaska went double tight there. Parker LeVar was in the game as well as Schaefer. They were able to, Boyle was able to gain the 6-7 yards they needed, and now maybe they can get a quick pass on an out here to a slot wide receiver. Otherwise, I wouldn't hate him taking another shot into the end zone with Dussault, except this time I would like to go away from number 2, Fratelloni.
We saw Sanders target Dussault twice earlier in the game going the other direction. One of them was what looked like a reception in the corner of the end zone. A great catch, great throw and great catch, but it was waved down by the back judge, and then second attempt on the same drive was just out of the reach of Dussault. We'll see what Chaska elects to go. They have 1st and 10 from the 22, it's officially marked as. 18.9 on the scoreboard here. Chaska just called their 3rd and final timeout.
Yeah, anything that's in play here, the Chaska's going to have to really move to get up to the line to get the spike so they can get an effort to put something in the end zone. And we see Dussault now at the bottom of the screen. He is matched up with Fratelloni.
Special teams field goal kicking has been a struggle for Chaska, so we'll see how that plays into decision making here.
Watch Schaefer on the backside here.
Sanders looking to the end zone, just as you said, Mike, and it's Dussault who hauls it in.
Yep,
great throw,
play.
Great catch. Colin Dussault, the 6'4" senior.
We talked about it in pregame. Dussault just got an offer from now Division I St. Thomas. We mentioned that his production on the field hasn't been great so far. We know that there's talent there.
Colin Dussault is hyped up. First touchdown catch of the year for the Hawks senior. And with 11 seconds left, Chaska extends their lead 25-6. What a play.
Yeah, that was just a great catch. That's where you see the D1 talent there. Last year, Dussault was kind of, he was buried behind Ethan Bachman, who was all-Metro, all-state, played in the All-Star game at the end of the year. Snuggerud also got a lot of touches as well. It's good to see him get involved.
Hawks bring the heavy package in for the 2-point conversion, and it's successful. Boyle with the keeper, so 2 points for Chaska, 27-6 the score. Chaska 2 touchdowns through the air tonight, their first 2 throwing touchdowns of the season, and Chaska's up by 21.
I don't know what the points record is for a season, but Boyle might get there at the end of this year. There's a 2-point conversion. He's got
7 touchdowns already.
7 touchdowns already. He is on a record-setting pace right now for the Hawks. Great job there, Colin Dussault, catching his breath a little bit after that diving catch in the end zone. It's good to see him do that just so he can build a little bit of confidence.
It was a great throw, great catch by Colin Dussault, his first touchdown of the year.
Great execution of the 2-minute offense.
It was a great possession. Chaska has capitalized on the field position gains so far tonight, and they lead 27-6. On the Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights. Chaska trying to remain perfect on the season. Benilde looking for their first win after 2 big losses to open the season. Obviously worth noting that Jamie Susner, Chaska offensive coordinator, comes from Benilde-St. Margaret's roots. Was a coach over there for a long while before coming here.
For a long time, yep. As soon as his kids got into high school, he made the transition over to Chaska, and we're happy to have him.
Krause will pooch to the near side once again, and number 27, Joey Mernon, just falls to the ground at the 40-yard line. And that's where Benilde will take over with 11.2 to go. We will see what Sean McMenemy elects to do here. If he'll take a couple shots or just let this one run out.
I would expect him to be conservative here. There's not a great opportunity with just 11 seconds left. I know they are down by 21 at halftime right now. But this is kind of a situation where it's you just regroup more than anything else. If they do take a shot, it's good on them, but I don't expect it.
Keeper, Courtney, big hit laid on by the Chaska defense. Max Hatfield at the head of that one.
When Max Hatfield hits you, you stay hit. We saw it with Muffin Byer last week. He was knocked out of the game for a couple of series after Hatfield laid the lumber to him on the sidelines. Good job there by the Hawks. Good half.
Chaska leads Benilde 27-6. Jack Boyle with 2 touchdowns. Chaska with 2 touchdowns through the air to Dussault and Miller. And that is where we sit after 24 minutes of play. The Hawks with a commanding lead on the Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights. We'll step aside for just a few minutes at halftime here. You're watching Chaska Hawks football on Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network.
I don't think there's really one moment that starts a comeback. We have the ability to overcome anything as long as we're surrounded by the right people.
I need a good group of people to trust to work on my body.
I'll be back and I'll be stronger than ever.
I go, who are you? He goes, I'm the guy that's going to save your life.
Comebacks imply returning to where you once were. I want to go where I've never been.
Why is everything at Qdoba so good? Because we grill it, slice it, smash it, spice it, shred it, flip it, squeeze it, dip it, braise it, melt it, and saute it. Pour it, cook it, eat it, ate it. Roll it, cut it, mix it, roast it, press it, dice it, top it, smoke it, build it, salt it, pit it, scoop it, fresh it, toss it, and we do it in-house every day at Qdoba.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter.
And I'm Jan Rome of the Rome team. Last year, we were able to help our clients 72 times buy or sell their homes, bringing them to their next real estate chapter.
Sometimes people ask us how we do that. We listen closely to all of our clients, of course, whether they're buyers or sellers, so that we know what their goals are. When you're a seller, we partner with you, come to your home, do a marketing analysis, marketing plan, and help you prepare your home for success. Let us know if we can help you.
Soar Hawks!
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Thanks to your support, you've helped make MyPillow become one of the fastest growing companies in America. I'm interrupting this commercial right now. Retailers have canceled MyPillow, and to thank you for your support, I'm going to pass the savings directly on to you. Go to MyPillow.com right now to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. For example, you can get my premium MyPillows, regularly $69.98, now just $29.98, the lowest price ever.
Swagelok of Minnesota, North Dakota, and Appleton are proud supporters of Chaska Hawks football. At Swagelok, our solutions are designed to perform under pressure, just like our Hawks football teams. We congratulate the Chaska Hawks on their 2019 state championship and wish them the best of luck this season.
Schram House overlooks downtown Chaska and Athletic Park with a variety of indoor and outdoor seating with food and drink. Stop by before or after the game. They have an on-site kitchen with pizzas, Bavarian pretzels, and other delicious food. They're also the perfect venue for your next business or family event. That's Schram House in Chaska.
Need a new driveway, sidewalk, or patio? Jensen Decorative Concrete has hundreds of colors and patterns to choose from. Call Jensen Decorative Concrete now through Wednesday and get free stamping with the purchase of a colored concrete project. 952-210-2692.
I don't think there's really one moment that starts a comeback. We have the ability to overcome anything as long as we're surrounded by the right people.
I need a good group of people to trust to work on my body.
I'll be back and I'll be stronger than ever.
I go, who are you? He goes, I'm the guy that's going to save your life.
Comebacks imply returning to where you once were. I want to go where I've never been.
Why?
Welcome back to Chaska High School Hawks football on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Watch CHPN.com and Chaska Community TV Channel 14. Appreciate you tuning in wherever you're watching from tonight. I believe Heartbreakers and the Schram House both have us on the TVs. Wherever you're watching from tonight, encourage you to tweet, post on Facebook, hashtag CHBN, a picture of your viewing setup tonight. Wherever you're supporting the Chaska Hawks from, send us a picture, hashtag CHBN. Mike Schmid, former Chaska quarterback with me here tonight. Class of 2006 graduate, knows Chaska football better than just about anybody I know. Mike, what'd you think of the first 24 minutes?
Kind of as expected, Ryan. We expected Chaska to come out and pound the ball just like they have been all season. Benilde hasn't shown too much on the offensive or defensive end so far in this young season. But the first half kind of went as expected after that long Red Knights first drive. They did get a little bit of success with the big play that led to the 6. But, I mean, moral of the story, Chaska's up 21 right now, and that's kind of what we expected.
Chaska got 2 touchdowns from star running back Jack Boyle, his 6th and 7th of the year, but something we haven't seen so far this season, Mike. Chaska got 2 touchdowns through the air raid. Sanders, 2 scores to DeSalt and Carver Miller. 2 pretty good-looking balls, too, by the senior quarterback.
Yeah, Carver Miller scored on just a 10-yard seam route, and DeSalt finished off the half with just an incredible play down the middle of the field. Good ball delivered by Saunders. DeSalt made a diving catch in the end zone to give Chaska 6 with about 10 seconds left. Kind of a perfect half for the Hawks so far.
Quick shout out to the 2021 Chain Gang.
Just about ready to kick things off here in the second half. Hawks and Red Knights doing battle. It's a matchup we don't see all that often. Chaska switching up the schedule a little bit this season. Still the regular suburban white opponents though. And booting it deep, or on the ground rather, the squib kick from Benilde gets fumbled by Chaska at the 29-yard line, and they'll take over there. So Benilde comes out and squibs it for Chaska to take over. The Hawks deferred the option to the second half, and will start on offense here to open up the final 24 minutes of regulation.
Yep, Xavier Harvey fielded that ground ball and fumbled it a little bit, did the smart thing and just fell on it. Expect the Chaska, offense to come out here, starters, fire off, maybe get a quick score or 2 here, and then it'd be really nice to turn it over to Nash, turn it over to Reese Turner, and a couple guys that don't necessarily carry the ball too often, and keep the wear and tear down on Boyle.
Coming across Atterbury in motion. Sanders keeps up to the 30, avoids a trip, and stumbles ahead to the 33 rather.
Yeah, good job there by Sanders. He slipped 1 or 2 arm tackles, fell forward for the 5 yards. It's a good start to the drive for the Hawks. We're dealing with the elements here, Ryan. I see you've got your flashlight out. We're on top of the broadcast booth again, as we mentioned this year.
High above. We last year we were acclimated to the innards of the press box on the left side.
We got a little soft.
60 degrees here right now, and it's getting cold, at least for us here on top. We're going to have to do some adjusting as we work later into the season. Braden Sanders is doing some adjusting downfield. He finds Carver Miller, and Carver Miller breaks free. Carver to the 20, to the 10, to the goal line. Chaska touchdown. Sanders to Miller. 62 yards for the score.
Yeah, Braden Sanders doing his best Kyler Murray impression. Hopefully the Vikings don't have to see that too often this Sunday, but he did a great job. He rolled to his right, saw that he didn't have much. He had Atterbury streaking down the field, but it was well covered, so he worked his way back to the left. And veteran wide receiver Carver Miller just essentially finds an opening and is able to outrun the defense. Great job there by the Hawks by getting that quick score.
Great scramble by the Chaska senior quarterback Braden Sanders. Carver Miller found himself open on the far sideline.
Big night so far for Carver. That's his second receiving touchdown.
Second touchdown of the night. Second touchdown of the season for Miller. And the Hawks are up 33-6 with the extra point pending.
Yeah, but it looks like Mason Baldwin for the Red Knights got a little beat up on that one. He was down around Chaska's own 30, around the line of scrimmage. He was able to get up and walk off the field, though. Good for him.
Saw a lot of cramping in the first 2 games this season. Not so much tonight, hoping injuries don't become a factor here tonight. The extra point from Krause is perfect. And Chaska goes up 34-6.
That was encouraging to see that, you know, good snap, good hold, good kick. We haven't seen that too often so far this year, Ryan. So good job there by the Hawks. Quick score, finish it off with that easy extra point. And, yeah, I mean, now it's kind of let's keep the clock rolling, get out of here with no injuries.
Another great look provided here by onsite producer Brett Johnson at the Chaska touchdown. It was 67 yards. Sanders to Carver Miller, who broke free of the Benilde defenders.
Great
Chaska
job.
pouring it on now.
Great job there by Sanders. Field awareness. He was rolling around quite a bit. He was still able to recognize the fact that he had 2 yards to go before he crossed that line of scrimmage, and that was a illegal forward pass. It's just a veteran doing a great job of creating extra time and getting his team a touchdown.
Something we didn't see last week against Chaska was, well, for lack of a better term, a productive offense. Lots of only scored 1 touchdown, and so far tonight they're pouring it on Benilde. Encouraging to see as Chaska goes into a bit of a rough patch on this season schedule-wise. Waconia next week, not really sure what to expect with that. Then they host Cretin-Durham Hall, a team that Chaska hasn't seen in regular season play quite often. Krause boots it deep. Brady Wine will return for Benilde. There's a 20. Wine eludes a trip, and he's finally brought down at the 26-yard line. Brady Wine, the senior, giving Benilde some decent field position here on their first possession in the second half.
Yep, Brendan Schur on the tackle as well as Miles Mueller. Mueller caused that fumble in the first half that Chaska was able to turn into 6. First time we've seen the Hawks kick it deep, and I think it's kind of a smart move at this point in the game with the score being what it is.
Took Chaska less than a minute to open up the second half and pop a touchdown. Carver Miller's second of the night, and if you're just joining us, this is Chaska Hawks football, playing host to Benilde tonight. 3rd week of regular season State High School League play in the state of Minnesota. Jamarius Courtney heaves the near side, incomplete. Hawks open the season 2-0. Sorry, Mike. Benilde struggling so far 0-2. Looking like Chaska is on their way to a 3rd victory and a 3-0 start to the season.
Yeah, it was good. Early, it looks like it might be kind of a peek ahead game for the Hawks. Not necessarily a look ahead, but maybe a peek ahead, and they did a good job of kind of knocking out the cobwebs and getting after them, and they built this 34-6 lead.
Courtney has Frieden in the backfield, hands it off to the senior. Going nowhere, though, is the Chaska front line. Swallowed him up.
Yep, looks like that was Rada in the backfield wreaking havoc.
We noted it earlier, but Chaska is without 2-way lineman Caleb Rector tonight. Rector out with an ankle sprain.
Yeah, I went down on the field and I talked to Caleb. He said he heard it early on in the Chan game. He's looking for maybe come back next week. It's not a high ankle sprain. It is a mid-ankle sprain, so he's in the walking boot on the sidelines, but hopefully he can get back.
Courtney rolling out near side. Right-handed toss is broken up. Nice play by Miles Myler, the Chaska junior. He's been really good in pass coverage tonight, Mike.
Yeah, Myler's kind of having a little bit of a coming out party here so far. I mean, Chaska, you know, they've done a great job of limiting big plays prior to the one that they did give up in this game earlier tonight. But Myler's had a really nice game. He caused that fumble earlier. Now he's coming up with a big pass breakup. Good job by the junior.
4th and 10. You get the feeling this is desperation for Benilde. Just less than 2 minutes into the second half, but 34-6. You got to get a first down, but they're going to punt. Huther boots it, gets it away, and the fair catch is called for by Carver Miller at the 40-yard line, and that's where Chaska will take over. So once again, Benilde conceding quality field position to Chaska's offense here, and they're hitting on all cylinders tonight so far.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit when we were coming back from the half. I said Chaska just wants to come out, get a couple quick ones, maybe get some rest for their starters. They've done a good job of that so far. If they get one more touchdown here, I'd look for them to kind of try to just salt everything away later on in this game.
Gives us a chance to remind you that mistakes when selling or buying a home can cost you money. That's why you need Greg Butler of Edina Realty on your home selling or buying team. Contact Greg at 952-484-8288 to get started. So Chaska back on offense. Sanders in the backfield has number 15 Turner with him. Turner gets the call on this one. Turner spinning free. Turner to the 45, and he's pushed backwards by the Benilde defense towards the 40-yard line, but forward progress will get him right around the 45.
Reese Turner, we mentioned him a little bit in the first half. He is Boyle's kind of handcuff, if you will. He's a very instinctive runner. You know, he's going to create extra yards for himself. He might try to do a little bit too much. I mean, he is a little young, a little raw. You saw it there. He had 2 spin moves trying to get away from that instead of just maybe falling forward, which is something that as a runner you eventually start to learn. But, you know, I'm never going to fault a guy for putting in extra effort.
34-6, 9:20 to go and ticking. Turner gets the call once again. Turner across midfield. Turner battling for the first down. And more across to Benilde's side of the field. And it is a Chaska Hawks first down.
Yeah, Reese is definitely, he's got that bowling ball build. He's only about 5'8", 5'9", but he's about 190 pounds. Once he gets going downhill, he's very tough to bring down, specifically if you're a defensive back. I'd expect to see a lot of him in the second half, and Nash as well, as they try to keep some wear and tear off at number 11 Boyle.
Hawks looking to go 2-0 to open up the season on their new turf. This beautiful new field that was installed earlier this spring. Great job by Chaska's athletic director, John Summer, as always, supporting these student athletes. Here comes Sanders. Sanders reaches the sideline. Sanders is the 30. DeSalt with a great block out ahead. Sanders is forced out of bounds, but credit Colin DeSalt with a phenomenal head of steam block in front of his quarterback.
That's something that is really underrated in DeSalt's game, and Chaska utilizes it quite a bit. With his size, he is an extremely effective stock blocker downfield. You know, you got a lot of cornerbacks that run about 180 pounds, maybe 5'10", 5'11". DeSalt over 200 pounds at 6'4". He's able to utilize that length and his strength to really kind of play bully ball a little bit with corners, whether it's in a deep ball in the corner like we saw earlier this game, or if it's blocking downfield.
Sanders with a running back to either side. Handoff to Miller. Miller coughs it up, though. Benilde giving chase. There's a scrum forward on the ground, and Chaska with the break of the night for Carver Miller to fall on that football.
You know, it's tough to call it a break when you lose 25 yards, Ryan, but, you know, maintaining possession at this point is so crucial. Now they're going to have a second and about 35. But you know what? With how effective the offense has been so far tonight, I wouldn't be shocked if we were able to move the ball and maybe regain those yards and get a first.
Loss of 23.
Great hustle effort there by Carver Miller to go back and get on that ball.
Second and right around 35. Chaska on the 44-yard line. Nash with a full head of steam. Nash spinning free up to the 37-yard line. He's brought down.
Yep, Nash with another hard run there. Chaska really does have 3 running backs that all could start basically across the conference. They're all very talented, very similar size and builds. They're all right around 5'10", almost 200 pounds, which is a bowling ball for this high school league.
Nash in once again on 3rd and long. Under 7 to go. Sanders hesitating. Sanders has no other option other than to fall down. So
smart play there by Sanders. Andrew Johnson got upfield, number 7 for Benilde, and really disrupted that play. So all they did was eat it. It was a 3rd and forever anyways. As long as you don't turn the ball over in that situation, you're all right.
Senior captain Daniel Porsche also in there on the sack with Johnson. Chaska with 4th and forever will punt.
Chaska in punt formation.
Schaefer in to boot it deep for the Hawks.
A little bit of confusion there for the Hawks. They were missing their long snapper for a minute.
Snap good. Good kick from Schaefer. This will be returned, though. With a full head of steam comes Luke Frieden. Frieden up to the 20-yard line. Maybe a couple more, and Benilde will take over once again with the football. 6:05 to go in the third quarter after Chaska punts for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, the loss of 23 yards really makes it difficult. It was a good punt there by Schaefer, but it only got back to the original line of scrimmage, which kind of shows you where Chaska was in regards to field position. Hopefully the defense can get him off the field here quickly, get the ball back in the offense's hands. This one's kind of about salting it away now, maybe getting some experience for the younger guys.
6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Courtney heaving deep, and a flag is thrown.
Yeah, they're going to get Otter here on a pass interference. I'm not sure if it was catchable, but it was pretty obvious.
Yep. I'm not 100% sure, but if I recall, the catchability of the ball is irrelevant in high school football. So even if this was 20 yards downfield, Otter still got in the path, and a pretty easy call for the back judge there.
Yeah, Chaska's just got to start minimizing these silly mistakes that they've made the last, on offense and now on defense. That's something that Otter might, maybe he recognized that he didn't have the right angle on it and just took the lesser of two evils. It was a good deep ball thrown there by Courtney.
1st and 10 after the penalty. 15 yards in high school football, not spot foul. Courtney option, keeps it himself. Courtney with a hole, but a great tackle. Shoestring wrap up by Ben Bovey.
Yeah, that was a big time tackle there by Bovey. We know how tough Courtney is to bring down. He is the reason the Red Knights have 6 points, is he was able to punch in an 11-yard scramble up the middle earlier in the first half. So tackling him in the open field, we mentioned his size, 6'2", 6'3", 230 pounds, is no easy feat. Good job there by Bovey.
Courtney once again hands off. This time he gives it away for Max Hero, the senior.
Looks like Rada's down for the Hawks. It might be he's rubbing his calf. It might be a cramp situation, otherwise it could be the knee.
6'3", 295 senior Colton Rada down on the field right now. The stoppage gives us a chance to thank Legacy Wealth Advisors. They're an independent financial services firm located in Chaska that base their practice on trust and lifelong relationships, providing clients with financial clarity and freedom to pursue their careers and personal dreams. Get in touch with Legacy Wealth Advisors. Legacy Wealth Advisors, Jeff Hansen, a longtime supporter of the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Appreciate their support of Chaska Hawks football. The Rome team of Edina Realty has helped thousands of families expertly transition into a new home. Emily and Jan are known for their service, integrity, and results, and they partner with their clients to prepare, price, and sell their homes. Whether you're buying or selling a home, put the Rome team of Edina Realty to work for you. Go to www.rometeamrealestate.com to learn more. Looks like Rada's up and hobbling off the field under his own power, hoping all the best for the senior. That would be a pretty significant loss for Chaska.
That would be a huge blow, specifically with Rector already out. Rada is the heart and soul of the offensive line, as well as he rotates in on D-line, and as we just saw. Good thing is it looked to be a cramp situation. Trainer had his leg up and was, rubbing the calf, helping to stretch that out, and he was able to get off on his own power.
We'll make sure to watch for that development, see if Rada is able to return tonight. Obviously, 34-6 to score. No rush to put your top line DN back in the game, but
yeah, I'd assume his night might be done.
High snap, recovered though, and handed off to Max Hero. Hero plunging ahead. Hero to the sticks, and it's a first down. Nice battle for the Benilde-St. Margaret senior, Max Hero.
That was a really good run by Hero. Hard-fought run. He was able to get to the sticks and gain the first down for the Red Knights. Credit where it's due there by Hero. Created about 3 or 4 extra yards on his own. Looked to be dead to rights in the backfield. Was able to make it work.
Benilde will change up personnel. Hero will exit. We will see Luke Frieden re-enter.
Chaska falling back into that cover 2.
Benilde will throw on 1st and 10. Courtney rolling out. Courtney to the sideline. Kemp involved, and it's caught, though. Nolan Kemp was right in the face of Max Benning. Benning's been involved on quite a few Benilde receptions tonight. This one, good for about 4 yards.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really nice play there by Benning. He had No Kemp draped all over him, and he was still able to complete the catch, gaining, I mean, it was only 4 yards, but it was a heck of a play. Maybe a confidence builder for Courtney as he tries to get the passing offense up and running.
Courtney on the year, 25 for 44 through the air, 56.8% that rounds out to. Just over 200 yards coming into tonight. Haven't seen him throw a whole lot, as much as we expected, but why would you when you can get 15 yards on the ground from Luke Frieden like Benilde just did?
Yep, good read there by Courtney, getting the ball to Frieden. A heavy blitz off the right side edge for the Hawks. He was able to make the smart read, and they were able to gain that first down.
So Benilde moves the chains into Chaska territory. 3:38 to go, third quarter from Chaska Stadium. Mike Schmid, Ryan Paul with you here. Keeper, Courtney, outside the far hash, holding the ball out like a loaf of bread, and gets to the sideline near the sticks. We'll see where the spot. Looks like he's going to be short, but second and short here for the Red Knights.
He has a good job there again. Nice long read. He was able to get on the outside edge. He slipped a ankle tackle there by Bovey and was able to get out of bounds. Gained 7 yards, get him in respectable second down position. It's kind of easy. It's a natural thing to take your foot off the gas here for the Hawks defense, but I'd love to see him get a stop here.
Audible coming in from the Red Knights sideline. Second and a long 3.
You're not going to see them huddle very often. Basically everybody across the line, all the skill position guys, they all have their own wristbands.
Handoff. Frieden swallowed up there by Christian Rolfe, the big 6'3", 215 senior captain for Chaska.
Yeah, you could hear that one up here. Rolfe and Hatfield both had a big collision there. Nice job by the Hawks to stop them a little short. Now we got a 3rd and 1 situation. Let's see how stout our defense can be. A slow modified no huddle here, Ryan. A little different from what you typically see.
Courtney jogs in from the sideline, barks out the play, conversing with his tailback, Frieden.
You see this a lot in college now, is everyone at the line of scrimmage, and then you get an audible from the coaching staff.
Snap was late. Looks like the tight ends got off, or the wide receivers rather, got off a little early. Oh no, they do call a delay a game.
Yeah, I'm guessing that the tight end was watching the play clock there and just took off as soon as he saw it hit 1.
It was close, but obviously after the play clock, backs Benilde up 5 yards, so turn 3rd and 1 into 3rd and 6.
Yeah, you can't make mistakes like that against the top 10 team in the state, specifically when you're 0-2. Just another situation where, maybe trying to do too much on the sidelines, call a perfect play.
Courtney, 3-step drop to the sideline for Benning. Benning hauls it. No, it's incomplete.
Nope. Yeah, it looked like it was punched out there. Might have been Sewer, or No Kemp was also involved.
Max Hobbs was the intended receiver, actually.
Yeah, Bovey and No Kemp were both there to.
This Chaska Hawks defensive secondary has been really solid so far in these first 2 games that we've seen them, Mike. Shut down Muffenbeyer in the Chanhassen air attack last week, and this Benilde team also likes to throw the ball through 2 games.
It
they
absolutely
haven't gotten much going to
it was a point of concern for the coaching staff in the preseason. I think that's why they moved Nolan Kemp to corner, and they also have been playing Carver Miller both ways.
Great catch, hauled in on the sideline by Frieden. Dragging the toe, inbounds, moving the chains for Benilde-St. Margaret's inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Benilde's starting to find a little bit of success through that short passing game, which is kind of where I expected them to go. It has been something that Chaska's, they have improved on it, but Chanhassen was able to beat them up a little bit with the short passing game, specifically in the second half of last week. So I expected Benilde to go there early and often, and they couldn't sustain any drives, so they weren't able to, establish their offense, but They've got it going now.
Far side hash. Courtney being chased by the entire Chaska front line and lobs it into the end zone, but a flag comes in.
That's a bad call.
This ball was over the head and looked like it was on the ground.
I don't like to call out officials too often, but that one was definitely suspect. You can see a little bit of hand fighting here. Both players do have a right to the ball. They were both standing basically still in the end zone. And yeah, I didn't see much of anything there.
Yeah, unless there was a push right at the start.
Yeah. What I'm guessing is No Kemp maybe extended that arm, and the ref had a better angle at it than we did. That's the only thing I can guess, because I didn't see a lot.
Big play though.
Yeah, there's another first down for the Red Knights.
Inside the red zone for Benilde. Handoff, Frieden blown up in the backfield. Great tackle made. Those Chaska linebackers love to get involved in the backfield.
Yeah, there's Bovey, there's Rolf in the back, or Rolf, excuse me, in the backfield. The linebacking core for Chaska, we spoke about it last week. Coach Dahl, one of the things that he does every year, and it's a smart thing to do, is he basically goes to Coach Young, outside linebackers coach, former head coach for the Hawks, and just says, who do you want? Right? And he allows him to pick out his players, and they typically just go to work.
Jack Dietz, no match for Bovey and Rolf on the front line. This ball is airmailed to the sideline. Benilde looking for that quick hitter outside the numbers, but nobody home on the receiving end of that one. So it brings up 3rd and 16. Benilde with a gift of a pass interference call that got him inside the red zone. They've worked their way back about 8 yards and about 5 yards rather. So 3rd and 15 coming up with just over a minute to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, it looked to be a little bit of an errant pass, but it might have been on purpose. Myler was there. Rector was there. It really wouldn't have, I mean, even if the pass is completed, it didn't seem to be going anywhere. So I think Courtney just kind of took his medicine there and fired it over his receiver's head.
Courtney, 5-step drop, evading Rolf. Courtney brought down by Rolf, though, giving chase. Hatfield also there for Chaska, and it'll be a short gain. Nowhere close to the line again, though, and 4th and long coming up here. We'll see what Benilde decides to do. You got to go for it here.
Yeah.
For the Red Knights.
You absolutely do. You got nothing to lose at this point. You're down by 28. There's 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. That one won't go down in the books as a sack, but it was just as good as a sack there. Great effort by the Hawks to run down Courtney, who we know is dangerous in the open field.
4th down, Benilde spreading it out. Wide formation here for the Red Knights.
Yep, I'd watch for Hobbs here and they're going on a wheel route.
Wheel route to Zachman. Haven't called his name since early in the game, and it's short. So in theory, an arm punt there inside of Chaska territory brings the ball to the 10-yard line, where Chaska will take over with 19 ticks left here in the third quarter. And fourth quarter coming up, Chaska should be able to ice this one away, 34-6. Offensive explosion tonight from Chaska. They'll take over first and 10.
Back on track after the 6-point effort last week. Obviously, Benilde is not on the same level as Chanhassen was. We know that the atmosphere tonight is not on that same level, but you can't expect it with the crosstown rivals in town. You know that it's going to be a weird game. Crowd's going to be involved. Tonight was kind of just a lunch pail game, take care of business.
Something that I don't know if we mentioned enough last week. Chanhassen went 6-0 last year in the COVID year, as Reese Turner flies ahead to the 17-yard line. But as I was saying, Chanhassen was 6-0 last year. I mean, they had a really, really good team last year. Chaska played them tough, but ended up losing in the middle of the season. I mean, a lot of turnover, obviously, for both teams into this year, but that's not an easy team, and Chaska took them down.
Yeah, I mean, Chanhassen is, we talked about how Chaska's building their program and how effective they've been. Chanhassen's been kind of right on the same path, the same train as the Hawks. They've been a little bit behind Chaska, luckily for us, but Coach Colin Nelson's doing a great job over there in Chanhassen.
Middle of the third quarter, Swagelok of Minnesota, North Dakota, and Appleton are proud supporters of Chaska Hawks football. At Swagelok, our solutions are designed to perform under pressure, just like our Hawks football teams. We congratulate the Chaska Hawks on their 2019 state championship and wish them the best of luck this season. A fresh and clean environment greets you as you walk into the Chaska Laundry Center. The friendly attendants are there to assist you with all of your laundry needs. For those of you that are busy, the Chaska Laundry Center offers free pickup and delivery for all of your dry cleaning needs. Check out www.chaskalaundry.com for more details. Schram House Brewery overlooks downtown Chaska and Athletic Park with a variety of indoor and outdoor seating with food and drink options. Stop by before or after the game. They have an on-site kitchen with pizza and Bavaria pretzels. They're the perfect venue for your next family event. That's Schram House in Chaska. Start of the fourth quarter from the Hawks Nest here. Ryan Paul, Mike Schmidt with you here on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Reese Turner with a full head of steam up to the 30-yard line, barreling through defenders. Great run for the Chaska junior.
Yeah, I love to see Reese finishing runs like that. He was a running back on our freshman team a couple of years ago. Last year he played running back. He also played a little bit of nose guard, if that tells you anything about him. He's a hard-nosed kid. His dad, actually, Greg Turner, is on the coaching staff. He's down there on the sidelines right now. Yeah, Reese is a heck of a player. And you know what? Reese's little brother, I talked to you a little bit pregame. He's in 8th grade right now. He's in quarterback camps. He looks clean. He looks crisp, and he might be the future of Chaska.
Turner once again the call on first down. Turner sidesteps. Turner still going. Up across the 40 and another first down. 13-yard hammering run from Reese Turner.
Yeah, I mentioned it a little bit in the first half. I said he's got great instincts as a runner, and you saw it there. He's 2 jump cuts, one to the right, one to the left. He finishes with a spin move to gain the first down. Reese is he's somebody, like I said, I mean, I keep saying it over and over again, but I can't say it enough. He's somebody that starts on almost anywhere else in the conference. But when you have somebody like Jack Boyle, it just he becomes an accessory in the offense, which is so helpful to have, especially later on in the year.
This is Nash. Aaron Nash gets the handoff from Sanders. Nash across midfield to the 42-yard line. First down once again for Chaska, so the reserve running backs making a difference here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, as the season goes on, I would expect to see almost a little bit more of a 3-headed running attack. Just as we mentioned, keep the wear and tear off of Boyle as the nights start to get a little bit colder. And Chaska's showing that they have the ability to do that.
I mean, Jack Boyle threw now 2 3/4 games, 7 touchdowns. So, I mean, obviously Boyle's still your number one guy, but any wear and tear, like you said, Mike, that you can take off of him is going to be important. And if you have guys like Nash and Turner that you can hand the ball to and trust with the football, I mean, that's crucial here as you go down the stretch of the season and into those cold nights and guys start to get worn out. This is a very dangerous Chaska rushing attack.
Yeah, you know, Ryan, I haven't done too much deep dive on future opponents. As we get into the season, we're gonna see Robbinsdale. They're Robbinsdale, Armstrong. They're tough. They always are. They always have big, heavy teams. You know, we mentioned Cretin-Durham Hall. They're no cupcake. So getting multiple running backs touches is a good thing.
Nash up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down for Chaska. Running through that schedule one more time, we've got Benilde here tonight. Chaska goes on the road at Laconia next Friday. Carver County matchup. Then they host Cretin-Durham Hall 2 Fridays from today. That one will be here on CSBN. Looking forward to that one. Not a game we get to see very often. Chaska versus Cretin-Durham Hall. Then the 2 road games. Orono and Armstrong, 2 teams that Chaska lost to last year. Those ones are going to be a challenge before hosting suburban white opponent St. Louis Park to round out the season on MEA Wednesday. First and 10, Sanders. Turner with the carry. Turner skipping up across the 25, and Turner to the 24, where he's brought down. Second and short here coming up. Chaska just able to ground and pound away on this Benilde-St. Margaret's interior so far tonight.
Yeah, you know, that was something that we haven't seen necessarily. I mean, we've seen good footwork from Reese early on, or with those jump cuts, but that was a little gallop to him. Able to slip a couple ankle tackles. There's those instincts again. It's good to see Big Colton Rada checking back in the game for the Hawks as well. Looks like he got that cramp situation sorted out. He's out there at right guard.
6'3", 295. Big part of that Chaska offensive front. Turner spinning ahead. Turner still not going down. Turner to the 15.
Yeah, we mentioned Carver Miller earlier helping Jack Boyle really move that pile. Reese Turner kind of did it on his own there as he was able. I mean, they're just ripping off chunks at this point. Benilde's probably feeling a little down. It's getting late in the game. It's getting a little chillier out. They knew they were in for a tough night when they had to travel out here and play the Hawks, and you're starting to see it.
8:07 left in regulation here tonight. Nash and Turner in the backfield. Offset eye left from Sanders, who hands off to Nash. Turner rather. This one's blown up in the backfield though.
Yeah, Brian Banks there with a really nice play. He was able to fight off his block, work his way into the backfield, and stop Turner, who we know that's not easy for a loss at 2.5.
We've seen a lot of number 51 in white. Daniel Porish tonight, the two-way lineman, senior captain. He's blown up a lot of plays, and he was in there to finish off Turner on that one.
Yeah, he's kind of their version of Rada. He plays both ways, senior captain, emotional leader for the Red Knights.
Nash sprinting off the blocks, gaining maybe a couple up across the 15.
Yeah, Benilde's starting to recognize now that they're getting, one guy's not going to cut it. They're going to have to meet at the ball and have a, team tackling essentially is what they're going to need to do if they're going to want to slow down this rushing attack at all. Whether it's Turner, whether it's Nash. We saw it with Boyle earlier in the game. Like I mentioned, his night's probably done. But it's not going to be one guy. It can't be a one-guy effort to bring down the runners for the Hawks.
6:40 and ticking. Under 10 to snap it. Sanders, the senior. Hands off to Nash. Nash bounces off a couple tacklers. Nash still going. Nash across the 5. What an effort from Aaron Nash.
Yeah, Aaron Nash, he's one of those guys where, physically you have no questions about it. He's going to be there, and he's going to be able to make a play like that where he's essentially stopped, he maintains his balance, and is able to fight and scratch and claw for 5-6 more.
Great balance, not going down. Brady Wine was there to wrap him up, but Nash kept his footing and was able to scratch out an extra 5-6 yards. Hawks get down to the 4-yard line. Offset eye left once again. Nash the carry. Nash still fighting, still puffing the legs up to the 2.
Yeah.
And Nash is going to check out. We'll get Turner back in.
Yep, Nash really wanted to get in there. His balance has been really impressive here in this second half. His ability to roll off tackles and continue to fight for extra yards.
Something I love to see on that play off the field. I don't know if you were watching on the sideline. Jack Boyle was out there to greet Nash after 3 successful runs. I mean, Jack Boyle's a guy who's, not playing right now. Chaska's up big. These second and third string running backs are in, but what a teammate Jack Boyle is to be out there congratulating his fellow running back. Turner, one of those running backs who's getting the call now inside the 3 up to the 1-yard line, just a little shy of the goal line.
Yeah, these guys, they work in the same position group. They're in the same rooms every day studying film. They're going through all the exact same drills. They're really good friends. They want nothing more than each other's success. Whenever Boyle's on the sideline after scoring a touchdown, Turner's one of the first people to greet him. Nash is one of the first people to greet him. And now you see the opposite here in the second half. And Boyle's kind of turned into their cheerleader a little bit, but you gain that friendship and that camaraderie when you're working that closely together every day, all day.
Nash behind Boyle. Nash the ball carrier. Nash, no signal yet. Touchdown! Aaron Nash finds the end zone.
Yep, and you can see his teammates all congratulating him. I know that that's a big confidence booster for Nash, something that every once in a while he needs a little bit of that. And there's Boyle out on the field, out past the numbers, celebrating with Nash, happy for his buddy. Love to see it.
Speaks volumes to what Coach Brian Dahl has done here at Chaska.
Yep.
I mean, building a community.
Yeah, Hugs for Nash on the sidelines. He's getting a lot of love.
Krause in for the extra point. Hold was down late, but good adjustment by the Chaska special teams unit here in the second half. Extra points good. And it's a Chaska domination, 41-6 on Benilde-St. Margaret's with 4.5 to go here in the game.
Yep, you can see it on the far left of the screen. There's 11, there's 15, and there's 23. All hugging it out on the sidelines. They couldn't be happier for each other as a unit tonight. They have absolutely dominated.
An annual hotspot for Hawks football fans, Heartbreakers Bar and Grill has outstanding burgers and pizza, and they have great drink specials as well. Heartbreakers is located just across the street from Chaska High School here in the Chaska Commons, so get off the couch and stop by after the game to enjoy some delicious food and beverages on the new patio and around the fire pit, which I'm sure is turned on tonight. If you are sitting at home, head over to Heartbreakers after the game. Join a bunch of your closest Chaska football friends in celebrating tonight's 41-6 domination of Benilde-St. Margaret's. Chaska going to start 3-0 as this result should hold.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's kind of a statement game. You know, they came out, they weren't able to get the offense rolling really last week. You know, anytime you see a top 10 team only score 6 points, even if it is against another rival team, a very talented team, it kind of throws a little red flag for everyone voting on that. So the Hawks getting up over 40 points is huge here tonight.
Krause bangs it deep, Frieden the returner, and Frieden is brought down at the 35-yard line. So Benilde, one more chance here, you'd think. 4:24 to go, down 41-6.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of different jersey numbers out here now with just 4:24 left to play. See Austin Harmson, cornerback, checking in for the first time tonight. Looks like Noah Ellis is checking in here for the first time tonight as well.
Bleachers begin to vacate here at Chaska Stadium, but still valuable football to be played here in the last 4:24.
You know, with no sophomores on the sidelines, we're getting a action of a lot of guys that will be playing next year. A lot of juniors out there right now, kind of cutting their chops for the first time on the varsity field.
Courtney still in the game, lobs it downfield. Hauled in, what a catch, nice grab. Khalif Brown, the freshman, took the hit and hauled it in.
Yeah, that was just a great play by Khalif Brown there.
Nice ball by Courtney as well.
Yeah, Noah Paulson did everything he could. He was playing deep safety. The Chaska looked like they were in a cover 3 there, so Paulson out of the middle of the field. He came over, delivered the hit, but it just wasn't enough to jar anything loose.
Only freshman on the Benilde roster, 42, Khalif Brown, getting some minutes as a wide receiver here. Impressive catch. And Benilde flips the field.
Yeah, anytime you see a freshman come out and make a play like that, it's not a little, you know, it's a big deal. Getting that valuable experience out there as only a 15-year-old is so crucial, and you just, most of the time, coaching staffs will protect their freshmen, but throwing Brown out there, they must have faith in him.
Hero, the ball carrier, 3:17 and ticking.
Tackle there was by Ethan Perkins, who's one of my favorite kids in the entire program. He's a very good leader. He's a very smart football player. He moves well, number 45, Ethan Perkins.
Play clock ticking down, under 5. Courtney takes the snap. Courtney rolling out to his left. Back shoulder catch, hauled in on the far side by Benilde-St. Margaret's, and it's a first down for the Red Knights.
Yep, they were able
Zane Slater.
Yeah, Slater was able to slip that Paulson tackle. Good job there by Perkins again to run that one down from behind, minimize the damage.
I want to thank all of our Chaska football sponsors for their support of the Hawks football program this year and the Chaska Touchdown Club, making these broadcasts possible. It's a pleasure to be with you on Friday nights for the next couple of weeks. We are off next week as Chaska goes to Waconia Then back for Cretin-Durham Hall 2 weeks from tonight.
Yeah, that was a good play there by Stephen LaCroix. He had Courtney in the open field, and we know that's not an easy tackle. LaCroix, somebody that hasn't played very often early this year, but he did a good job in the open field there from the outside linebacker position.
2nd and 6, under 2 to play. Handoff to Hero. Hero breaks free. Hero threw a big hole on the hash marks into the red zone rather, and it's a 1st down and goal for Benilde coming up.
Yeah, Chaska basically has pulled all their starters now at this point. This is something that, you know, as you look onto the field, you see not much size up front. That's something that Chaska is going to have to deal with as the season goes on. Hopefully they can stay healthy and they won't have to worry about it. But if you're looking for something that might be a weakness for the Hawks later on this year, it's just maybe the lack of depth of size.
Hero once again gets the call as we go under a minute here. Hero's had some solid carries on this drive.
He had a good possession last possession as well. He made that nice catch.
Keeper for Courtney. He already has 1 rushing touchdown in the game, and he finds the end zone again.
Yep, good run there by Courtney. He was able to just get around the edge. Good coaching. Here's a coaching point for the Hawks now. That was Noah Ellis playing corner on the outside edge. You know, he took the inside angle trying to cut Courtney down, but he's got to maintain that leverage on the outside, force everything back to his linebackers. Benilde's able to punch one in.
So Benilde makes it 12-41.
Honestly, it's a little surprising to see Courtney still out there with this much season left to go this late in the game.
Big part of that offense that Benilde's putting out there here late in a blowout. 37 seconds left, the untimed down for the extra point. It's a lob to the back of the end zone. Nice catch.
Yep, that's Hobbs.
2-point conversion for the big tight end, Max Hobbs.
Yep, a little corner fade route there by Hobbs from Courtney. Good execution. Looks like they were able to get it in over Caden Rector.
41-14 the score. So a bright spot for Benilde on their last offensive possession of the night.
I suppose it's probably kind of smart by the coaching staff there, by the Red Knights. You know, you keep your starters out there just to build a little bit of confidence. You know, when you're 0-3 to start the season, it's little things that can maybe lead to bigger things later on.
Benilde travels to St. Louis Park next week. Should be a good matchup. Metro West Conference battle once again.
Yep, right down the road from each other.
Going to be looking for their first win this season after falling to Chaska and dropping to 0-3 tonight.
Yeah, I would expect a squib kick here. Maybe one of the 2nd or 3rd level guys here for the Hawks fall on it. Take an get out of town, no harm, no foul. Good win here for the Hawks tonight, Ryan.
It's been a pleasure having you along for the ride tonight. Chaska and Benilde on a beautiful Friday night from Chaska, Minnesota. Cooled off significantly. It's only going to get colder from here as Benilde tries the onside at midfield. Falling on it is Carson Atterbury.
Yep.
And Chaska, all they'll have to do is, in theory, take the knee. Benilde has 3 timeouts left, but sensibly would let this one expire.
You know, Ryan, coming into this game, one of the things that I was thinking about, I know we talked about it a little bit prior to the game and even at halftime, is just avoid any surprises going into this one. You know, you come in as heavy favorites, strap on your helmets, get an early lead, salt it away, get out without any major injuries, you know, maybe keep the wear and tear down on the starters. Anytime you're like a heavy favorite like the Hawks were tonight, it's as long as the game, just nothing surprising happens, it's typically a good thing for you.
37 seconds left, and Chaska brings in Mason McGowan, junior quarterback. Handoff up the middle. And this one is over. Chaska 3-0 in the 2021 State High School League season, back with full crowds, COVID restrictions gone, and the Hawks start out perfect through 3 weeks, traveling to Waconia a week from tonight.
Yeah, Ryan, that one's going to be kind of interesting. That's kind of one of those games where we're probably going to roll in their favor, but you never really know what's going to happen. Anytime you travel out west to Waconia, it's always difficult. I know that they have quite a bit of talent. Just taking a quick peek at their game film so far, so it should be another interesting one next week, and then we get to come back here.
We are off next week here on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. We will pass along any information about a Waconia live stream that we get. Then 2 weeks from tonight, back here on WatchCHBN.com for Chaska and Cretin Durham Hall. That's Friday the 1st of October. Then 2 games on the road for Chaska after that before we round out the regular season with an MEA Wednesday game against St. Louis Park. Chaska, though, tonight, absolutely dominating Benilde-St. Margaret's to a 41-14 victory and a perfect 3-0 start to the season. Impressive night from quarterback Braden Sanders, 2 touchdown passes. Carver, 3 touchdown passes, you're right. Carver Miller with 2 touchdown receptions. Colin DeSalt, his first touchdown catch of the year. Jack Boyle also with his 6th and 7th touchdown of the season. Thanks for tuning in tonight, everybody. Appreciate you joining us this evening. For Brett Johnson and Todd Grover on the controls, Mike Schmidt and Ryan Paul saying so long tonight from Chaska High School. The Hawks are perfect at 3-0 through 3 weeks. Have a good night, everybody. Soar Hawks.
I don't think there's really one moment that starts a comeback. We have the ability to overcome anything as long as we're surrounded by the right people.
I need a good group of people to trust to work on my body.
I'll be back and I'll be stronger than ever.
I go, who are you? He goes, I'm the guy that's going to save your life.
Comebacks imply returning to where you once were. I want to go where I've never been.
Why is everything at Qdoba so good? Because we grill it, slice it, smash it, spice it, shred it, flip it, squeeze it, dip it, braise it, melt it, and saute it. Pour it, cook it, eat it, ate it. Roll it, cut it, mix it, roast it, press it, dice it, top it, smoke it, build it, salt it, pit it, scoop it, fresh it, toss it, and we do it in-house every day at Qdoba.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter.
And I'm Jan Rome of the Rome team. Last year, we were able to help our clients 72 times buy or sell their homes, bringing them to their next real estate chapter.
Sometimes people ask us how we do that. We listen closely to all of our clients, of course, whether they're buyers or sellers, so that we know what their goals are. When you're a seller, we partner with you, come to your home, do a marketing analysis, marketing plan, and help you prepare your home for success. Let us know if we can help you.
Soar Hawks!
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Thanks to your support, you've helped make MyPillow become one of the fastest growing companies in America. I'm interrupting this commercial right now. Retailers have canceled MyPillow, and to thank you for your support, I'm going to pass the savings directly on to you. Go to MyPillow.com right now to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. For example, you can get my premium MyPillows regularly $69.98, now just $29.98, the lowest price ever.
Swagelok of Minnesota, North Dakota, and Appleton are proud supporters of Chaska Hawks football. At Swagelok, our solutions are designed to perform under pressure, just like our Hawks football teams. We congratulate the Chaska Hawks on their 2019 state championship and wish them the best of luck this season.
Schram House overlooks downtown Chaska and Athletic Park with a variety of indoor and outdoor seating with food and drink. Stop by before or after the game. They have an on-site kitchen with pizzas, Bavarian pretzels, and other delicious food. They're also the perfect venue for your next business or family event. That's Schram House in Chaska.
Need a new driveway, sidewalk, or patio? Jensen Decorative Concrete has hundreds of colors and patterns to choose from. Call Jensen Decorative Concrete now through Wednesday and get free stamping with the purchase of a colored concrete project. 952-210-2692.